Hello everyone, Mary from the Knots Network here. Happy World Book Day! Oh my gosh, so other than theme parks, I really love books and I love to read books. So I'm here to share with you some really cool theme park and theme park adjacent books. So these are all books that I've read. So if there's any books missing, you feel free to shoot them down in the comments below. I would love to check those out. But first up is Knots Preserved by Eric Linksweiler and Christopher Merritt. Now this amazing book, it's all about the history of Knott's Berry Farm. Oh my gosh. So yes, there's lots of pictures, lots of in-depth history, and lots of details about how Knott's was established and its history growing over the years. Next up is another great history book by Eric Linksweiler and Christopher Merritt, published by Albert Rodriguez of Fantasy Funwheel. It is the Knott's Berry Tales Complete History Book. Oh my gosh, I read this and I was just blown away by the amount of in-depth detail of the history of Berry Tales, and it's mostly about Knott's Berry Farm during the 80s and 90s and how Berry Tales came to be, the Roaring Twenties area, the airfield area of the park. I learned so much. Next up is a very special book from Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights 2010. It is Vampyre, Castle of the Undead. Now this was a maze in the House of Horrors, and they made this comic book to go along with the maze, so you know the story behind of what's going on in the maze. Blood Secrets of the Iron Guard, made by Patrick Ian Moore, John Murdy, and Max Nichts. And it is really cool. It is a comic book telling you the story of the maze. I love the memories it brings from my very first year of going to Halloween Horror Night. I love how they made a whole backstory and published it to go along with the original maze. Super cool. Next one's for you Disney fans. Now, for those of you that know, there is a special tree in Frontierland that transforms with Halloween time, and it becomes the Halloween tree. The Halloween tree. Now, this version, illustrated by Gris Grimley, all the art on the outside, the art on the inside, and this story has been around for a very long time, written by famous author Ray Bradbury. It is about these kids on Halloween night. They go and discover the Halloween tree, and then their friend Pip gets transported into Halloween's past, and they meet this mysterious stranger, and all these kids go back in time to see Halloween and spooky traditions all throughout time. I absolutely love that book. It gives me all the feels and all the thrills and chills and the love for Halloween. It's absolutely wonderful. So if you love Halloween, be sure to check out the Halloween tree. And next up, more Disney goodness, The Haunted Mansion, Imagineering, a Disney classic by Jason Surrell. This is, you see my tabs? You see my tabs? These are all the different notes and different part annotations I've done. Just absolutely fantastic book, all about the designing and creation of one of my favorite rides of all time, the Haunted Mansion. Like, look at that. So much. It's jam-packed with information, with pictures, artwork. Absolutely incredible. I love this book. Of course, if we're talking about spooky history, you gotta check out The History of Knott's Scary Farm by Ted Dougherty. Now, I've read both the print version. It is really, really cool. It is jam-packed with the complete history of Scary Farm. And look at all that. Look at all the pictures. It's really, really cool. And it's just super well written, super well made, well researched. And also, I highly recommend checking out the audiobook as well. It is narrated by Ted. The way I read this book, I read it with the book open and listening to him talk about the history. So if you love Knott's Scary Farm, this is a must read. Another great little comic story book that goes along with a theme park attraction, Knott's Berry Tales. Now this is such a cute, well illustrated story about Berry Tales. Look at that. Look how cute that is. It's really cool when when books like this get published, enriches the backstory of the attraction. And for this instance, it is the backstory of fairy tales. So cute. Now that we've gone through nonfiction and fiction books about some of my favorite attractions, history, theme parks, haunted attractions, up next is I'm going to talk about a couple of fiction books written by some incredible theme park professionals. First up, the 6 Keys series by Jeff Tucker, the man, the myth, the legend. You've probably seen him at the Nightmares Revealed event. This is his fiction series. There's Magicians, the Magic Castle, Investigation, Unraveling a Mystery, and Adventure. Super cool. And this cover is illustrated by the infamous Not Scary Farm designer Daniel A. Miller. Speaking of Daniel A. Miller, did you know he wrote a fiction book? It is The Short Death of Phineas Bean by Daniel A. Miller, about a boy who can see the dead and his adventures and misadventures through death and how to survive a really messed up family. So both of these books are thrilling and fun. This one's more on the paranormal side, and then this one's more of the magical adventure side. That's my list for World Book Day. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so down to hear any of your book recommendations down in the comment section. And also, did you know I wrote a very horrific novel called We Are the Monsters? It is a very terrifying high thrill novel. It's about 2 teens trying to survive a slightly dystopian future, and not everything is as it seems. The cover is created by the infamous Red Baron. She is absolutely incredible. I love her artwork. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and yeah, happy World Book Day everyone. Bye bye.